all of that molded and helped me to understand everything that I know now better. And I don't think if I took those courses, I really wouldn't understand much insights and analytics. So look at your insights and analytics to find optimal time to get better engagement. Customers want to know like what's in the product for them, like what's in it for them if they purchase from you. So you want to bring people value.
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me. Still with the dogs that I grew beside. All the niggas round me, died and they died. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. I'm outside.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking the link and for supporting. So today I just kind of want to go through everything briefly and quickly. So today we're going to be talking about my battery is dying. What the heck? Today we're going to be talking about things I've learned as a business owner, as a new entrepreneur. So I started SkinSlush. I launched SkinSlush. I opened my website about a month ago on April 29th to be exact. And it's June 1st, June 3rd. So it's been a month. So I just want to basically give a month update on my business and what I've learned as an entrepreneur, what I learned in business, what I learned in marketing and content and sales and the back end and all that stuff. I pretty summed it down to 7 things. I'm gonna give you guys all the gems and all, the lessons learned and the knowledge, and hopefully you guys are able to apply it and implement it in you guys' business or as a entrepreneur or content creator and whatnot. Follow SkinSlush business page. So these are in no type of order. So the first one I would say is take a break. Yes, take a break. The reason why I say this, the reason why I say take a break, because you want to check in with yourself and know your balance. So know the balance and check in with yourself. And it's not unhealthy as long as when you're relaxing, and when you're working, you actually working, you're not relaxing. So it's good to have that balance, and you shouldn't feel guilty. At the beginning of starting the business, our work ethic and our belief in ourselves is just at an all-time high, and it's so strong. So in my mind, I know that I can achieve greatness. I know that I can have that type of lifestyle. I just have to work really hard for it, and I shouldn't be taking breaks and I wouldn't say relaxing, but just doing something that wouldn't push me closer to my business goals, or stimulating my mind or elevating my mind, or just reaching something higher. So if I don't do anything that's not that, then it's pointless. It's not gonna do nothing. So I shouldn't be doing it. I shouldn't be going out. I shouldn't be watching TV. I shouldn't be scrolling through the internet. I shouldn't be, dating. I just should be, but that's not the case. You just have to balance it. And sometimes you are gonna have to sacrifice doing something for your business over those things. But for the most part, you should still just check in with yourself. And yes, you'll be okay. So just take a break. Yeah, sometimes I want to feel like a girl. I want to do my makeup. I want to look cute. I want to, get my nails done, shave, self-care, put on a face mask, sit down, bath. I'm I don't have time for that. I gotta go do my content. No, you can make time. You just have to know your balance. So yeah. And that goes to the next thing, is time management. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best with time management. For the most part, I'm in tuned, but sometimes it can get the best of me with managing my time. So for the most part, sometimes I really believe in waking up early or staying up late if you don't get to wake up early. Sometimes I do one or the other. But just managing your time, and I like to write down things so I can so I can just be more organized. Like I like to write stuff on my whiteboard or in like my notepads, so I can know how to do my time, know what to put my times to. When I'm more organized and have everything like written down and it's clear as in what needs to be done, that helps me with time as well. So, you know, time management. So the next one would be being organized, which also plays a part in time management and taking breaks. So being organized, like I like to have a clean surrounding. I like to have a clean surrounding. I like to have like things written down, writing down things to keep track of things, because things can get really out of hand with just your personal life and then your business life, and then like if you're a parent, and if you know, things can get out of hand regardless. So just writing things down to be organized. Planning ahead and being organized really changed, you know, my life. And then SkinSlush with creating content, looking over notes, managing things. It's just so much to it in the back end. So just writing things down to be organized and plan ahead, it can never go wrong. Like it can never be a wrong idea. Like whoever said, oh, I wrote this down, I was organized, I didn't like that. No, it always does you good. So just writing things down, just being more organized, time management, and taking breaks. So it sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference and it plays a big part in being efficient and actually getting results. So yes. So the next thing, taking advantage of business funding. I actually didn't know much about business funding. I took a couple courses about business funding, getting capital for your business, and it did open my eyes and open a different perspective of business funding. So just don't be closed-minded and afraid of business funding and using other people's money, because it can, like capital, marketing, business bank accounts, a business accountant, when you have to do your taxes every year or every quarter, business funding can play a big role in that. And I'm starting to learn that and understand that and how it works and whatnot. But I completely agree with business funding, using other people's money, because capital does make a big difference. Because if a business is not generating capital or not able to use other people's money to have capital, then you know it won't really go that much far. So that makes all the difference. And there's just so many resources that I try to just get and use that into what I have got going on and whatnot. So yeah, so business funding is one of them. The next one, which is it's not really connected, but the next one is taking courses to add value to your brand and your business. I taking courses over my time of even before I started SkinSlush, which those courses completely changed my mindset. When I first started SkinSlush, I took a course on how to make body butter. That changed the game for me. That helped me a lot. And my first course that I paid for was like $250. So it wasn't that much. And over time, as I, you know, started to study businesses, study how they work, I understand that people take courses. That's normal. So, and then later on, I took courses to learn how to market, learn how to create content, learn about business funding, learn about e-commerce. So yeah, all of that molded and helped me to understand everything that I know now better. And I don't think if I took those courses, I really wouldn't understand much of this. So the courses are so important. Courses just added value to me and my brand and made me understand to be open to try new things. Like the most recent course I took was about content and market, and that helped me a lot. It's so valuable. I feel like taking courses, you're paying whosoever to learn from their mistakes, which is, you don't have to learn from your own mistakes. You can learn from the person who's selling the course mistakes. So I love taking courses. I love just adding value to my brand and my business. Yeah, and it all comes together. Like all the courses I took over the time. My first course I bought was in 2021. And then moving forward, I bought more courses, and all those just molded and just helped me to understand all of this. So yeah, and not even courses, just like investing in buying a new camera for better quality, or studio lights, or like a backdrop. I have some right here. I'm not gonna do all that, but I have studio lights, I have a backdrop, Camera Pro, and just like Adobe Classic. I had that app to like help me with editing my pictures and all that. And I actually took a photography course. I'll try to like show my courses that I took, but I took a photography course on like photography for beginners, because like my website, I'm gonna have to, well, for now I take my own pictures off my camera, so I'm gonna learn learn how to use these edit on these softwares like Adobe, for instance. So I took a course on that, and that was pretty helpful. And whenever I take a course, I truly believe in like rewatching the course. Like I bought courses, I purchased courses from years ago, and I'll rewatch it right now. Or like anytime I take a course, I purchase a course, I'll have a notebook where I'll write it down. I'll go back to that notebook. You know how they say like go back to the drawing board? I'll go back to that notebook and look over it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it meant. Like sometimes I get a better understanding of going over the course again years later than when I first looked over it, if that makes sense. So yeah, they're really, really helpful. So we're gonna go to adding automation in your business. This is really important. For the first, so I've been in, SkinSlush has been open for a month, but the first 2 weeks I was posting things like manually. Now I use Planoli. It's a social media automation. So I just put all my posts and content on the app, and it automatically posts at the time that I schedule it to. So that's helpful. But the first 2 weeks I would just post my content. It was so overwhelming because I create a lot of content. I post twice a day, 5 days out of the week. So that's a lot. And I used to post, and sometimes I used to like create captions the day of, which was horrible. I need to like sit down and think and set a time on me creating captions, because captions and hooks and call to actions and all that is very important, but that's later on at the video. But yeah, so adding automation on the back end of your business. So automation, when I say automation, I mean email automation, text funnels, SMS automation, social media automation, which I just mentioned, Planoli, post automation, and Shopify apps. Shopify apps is a form of automation. I have like the Shopify apps I have is product reviews, where people post a review, or like I have my site set up where it can show how many people are viewing that product, which is really helpful. And I think that in SMS marketing, so I am in the process of learning how to work SMS and email marketing, because I heard nothing but good things of that type of marketing. So I'm learning how to do that and implement it in my business. just to maximum my outreach to customers. That way I own that type of communication with my customers. It's not solely through social media, Instagram, TikTok. I have my own way of communicating with my customers. So I'm learning how to work email marketing. I use Yopto through Shopify. It's pretty popular. I heard one of the courses I bought, he mentioned it, so I was like, I'll get that. And he's an e-commerce business owner. So just implementing automation in your business and all types of communication to your customers. So SMS, email, post automation, DMing customers. I would say all of that except like responding back to comments in Instagram comments or TikTok comments. Other than that, everything else is very important to just have automation in the back end of your business. Okay, so the next one, the next thing I learned, or entrepreneurship has taught me, is numbers do not lie. They don't lie. I look at all my numbers because whatever number they have, that number is there for a reason. So when I say numbers don't lie, I mean insights and analytics. So look at your insights and analytics to find optimal time to post to get better engagements. Also, so I'll look at my analytics, for example, the videos that got the most likes, that got the most views, I'll recreate videos of mine that did well before, because they did well for a reason. People are liking it. My target audience is liking to see that and they want more of that. So I'll recreate those type of videos. So, and I think every business owners do that. Just, like just recreate videos that are trending or popular. Another thing I did when it comes to numbers, I'll also study my competitors. So I'll study my competitors and look at what is trending in my niche, like 5 competitors in my niche that are successful, and I'll look at their content and what they're posting, what numbers they're getting on the the good content. So what type of content is getting the most engagement, and then I'll go ahead or just recreate it in my own way and post it on my business page and whatnot. So that does me really good. Just like looking at my numbers and looking at my competitors that are very successful numbers, and play around with it and whatnot. Also, when it comes to numbers, I'll post on all the days of the week and mainly the weekends, and see like a pattern of when I get the most views or the most engagement or the most likes, and I'll kind of like try to follow that pattern. That's really good. You want to play around with your content and look at numbers, as I said, because it's so important. This makes a big difference because once you kind of better understand how the content is going, how to work with it, you'll be able to do it on your own, if that makes sense. Also, not only just looking at the numbers, but you have to understand your target audience. And it's hard, like they always say, oh, understand your target audience so you can know what to post, but you have to really understand them and kind of create your own target audience persona of your own, and move from there. So I'm still learning and trying to identify my target audience so I can create content that resonates with them and that speaks to them. One way to understand your target audience is through your Instagram story. So I realized that at other brands, before I open my brand page, I'll look at other brands in my niche, and in their story, they'll market on their story. So on the Instagram story, it's kind of more personalized, like you're speaking to your customers on a personal level. So Instagram story is a great way to market, to understand your audience. So you can do like this or that, or which one would you like, or just kind of play around with the Instagram features that they have via stories. Okay, the last one, and kind of like the most important one to me, is content. So things I learned as an entrepreneur is content. I can go on and on. I have a whole page just strictly on content. It's just so important. So when it comes to content, you should bring value to your target audience and solve the problems. So I've learned this from like taking courses and looking at other people and how they market. It's just, you should introduce the problem, introduce your product as a solution to their problem, and then close it off with a call to action. So that's what I'm starting to implement, and it makes a big difference. I'm pretty sure you guys hear this all the time. Storytelling never does me wrong. I always, every week when I do my content, I always like add a storytelling post in my content, and it always does numbers. And that's back to the other thing I was saying, numbers don't lie. Another thing about content is target audience. So of course your target audience is implemented in your content, because that's who you're making the content for. That's who you're serving. That's who you're trying to speak to. So know who your business is serving. When I say that, just like when you know who your business is serving, you know what to say and what to post. It just becomes a lot clearer to you. Okay, my camera died. Well, it stopped recording. And this goes back to, people aren't really buying the product. Like, they're not really buying your product. They're buying the results of the product, or like a perceived results of your products. Or your service. Customers want to know like what's in the product for them, like what's in it for them if they purchase from you. So you want to bring people value, and this goes to play with good copywriting, which is so important. I'm getting better at it, and I'm learning, how to have good copywriting skills. And copywriting is just being good at communicating with text, like making something sound very, very good. Not to say it isn't, but you know how to use your words and how to communicate it, very in-depth and understanding, and at an angle that could make people want to purchase from you. Also, another part of having good copywriting is like using like hooks, like that attention grabber, or call to actions. Like a good call to action at the end of grabbing their attention, and a really eye-catching hook that will get people interested and want to read more. So that plays a part with knowing how to, communicate with the copywriting skills. Other than like your pictures and your photos and your reels, captions is one of the important ways that you can communicate with your customers, to grab their attention, and that attention can convert to a sale. So captions are very important when it comes to your content as well. And another thing with content, it's also good to not focus on only just selling, but also focus on branding. I know I keep saying target audience, but it's so important. And also when it comes to target audience, with like this minimalistic approach, your content is very focused, and your online presence is, very niche down, which at the end helps you target the right people. So that's a good thing as well. And yeah, guys, that is everything I had for today for you guys. So that is just a brief, that wasn't really brief, but that was all the things that I've learned that entrepreneurship has taught me. So that was content, numbers do not lie, also time management, also taking a break for yourself, being organized, business funding, and courses to add value to your brand and your business. So that was all the things that I've learned so far with being an entrepreneur for a month. I hope you guys were I hope I was able to break it down in a very understanding way. I hope you guys were able to take, walk away with something out of this. I hope this was valuable to you guys. You guys were able to walk away with something out of this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
And an AMG right outside, TT, 2-turn baby girl, you know me.